Tonight we celebrate 3 Great Ohioans, a most notable distinction.
Last November, I very quietly and on my own nominated 3 people for the Great Ohioan Awards: Clark Gable, Dorothy Dandridge, and Paul Newman. And all 3 were chosen, and they were the only 3 chosen. And I was just over the moon. So I decided we needed to have a celebration, which we did at the State House, and it was lovely. And so we had Mike Cope come in. He's the founding president of the Clark Gable Foundation in Cadiz, Ohio. We had Donald Bogle come in, who is just absolutely the aficionado on Black Hollywood. And then lastly, we had Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward's daughter, Melissa Newman, come in. And they all spoke about these 3 Great Ohioans. And it was such a beautiful time to just reflect on the incredible talent that comes out of Ohio.
Don't hand me into that crap. When you come to a game like this, you bring your money. How do I know you won't take a powder?
No, not
All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll send a boy around to your room in 5 minutes.
My father always said I never had trouble making money. I know he sold Fuller brushes door to door. When he was a kid, he ran a golf range. His was the first student-owned business at Kenyon College. They would take in laundry in the front door, and then he would send it out the back for someone else to do, and he really made all of his money selling beer. Kegs of beer, selling beer to students. It's sort of like a speakeasy slash laundromat. That all changed when he was at Kenyon and he got kicked off the football team. And he was at loose ends. And I think that had something to do with why he became an actor.
She's so down to earth, and she's so fun, and she has the best, craziest stories about her family. She's very careful to honor her father in a way that's human, which I really, really appreciate.
My father never stopped being fascinated by my mother. He just spent his entire life trying to find projects to prove to the rest of the world how extraordinary she was. 2 actors in Hollywood, through all the drama, not easy, not simple, that they managed to stay together through thick and thin.
I wish this whole enterprise well, because I really think we need to come together and create community wherever we can, and movies are such a great place to do it. Thank you so much.
I really wanted to create a book that explored that relationship, the complexity, the beauty of their relationship. So the book is really just photographs of them and quotes from them about each other. Right before I started writing the book, I reached into a bag up in my mom's attic that was about to be thrown away, and I found what might be the first 10 letters that my father ever wrote my mother when they were having their steamy affair, which lasted longer than we like to think. We used a lot of photographs that no one's ever seen before. They're beautiful photographs that they took of each other. We had amazing response from photographers and photographers' estates. They wanted to be involved in it. Sometimes we'd take a contact sheet and we would choose photographs that maybe no one had ever seen before from that series. There's a couple where you can just see my mother's hand touching my father's nose. It's so intimate, you almost feel like you can barely look at it. My father gave back in a million ways. I mean, he started a company that gave all its profits to charity. He was all about contributing to the common good. He said, I have everything I need. Why do I need more? I always say if I had to have movie stars for parents, I'm glad I got the ones I got. He felt absurdly lucky. He always said that the amount of luck that he had been given, and I certainly feel the same way. He started in Connecticut with the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp, which is for kids with life-threatening diseases. And that turned into the Serious Fun Children's Network, which, oh my gosh, I can't remember how many camps there are total. I think it's over 20, and they're all over the world. These places where there are such incredible places of joy and where children can experience being children.
There are children everywhere that are still benefiting from his largesse and Joanne's. Those are the things that family is the most proud of, and that's really, to me, that's very beautiful, and that's very Ohio.
He said he wanted to acknowledge the presence of luck in his own life and the brutality of the absence of luck in other people's lives. And there is actually a camp in Ohio, in Morrow County, Ohio, called Flying Horse Farms. The camps, they're all staffed, generally speaking, with full complement of doctors and nurses that are all volunteer, so they can really take care of any issues that kids have. It's just extraordinary. So I encourage everybody to look up Flying Horse Farms and to think about maybe volunteering or donating there. It's right in your neighborhood. That's really the purest iteration of his legacy, I think, are these camps.
Ohio Goes to the Movies will be a 250-day celebration of Ohio-centric film. So that means, Ohio actors, directors, writers, producers, composers like Henry Mancini. So it really encompasses everything. Right now we have, I believe, 205 venues, about 17 counties left to go that we don't have yet out of 88, which isn't bad. A lot of our smaller communities, they may not have theaters. So then we are now reaching out to libraries, we're reaching out to schools. We actually have one county that is working with their parks and recs, and they're going to do a film at a swimming pool, which somebody said last night they should call it a dive-in. I'm like, oh, that's perfect.
They encourage people all over Ohio to engage in movie watching and in creating their own events around Ohio Goes to the Movies.
The best and most fun way for people to get involved is to reach out to your local cinema and see what they're going to do, because the more people involved, the more fun it will be.
It's such an opportunity for shared community around an idea. We all go into the theater, we all have a shared experience, and then we can come out and reflect on it. So I think the idea is really, really lovely, and then to create a presence here in Ohio and acknowledge all the amazing people that have participated. I think a lot of people in Ohio wouldn't necessarily, that wouldn't be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Ohio. But when you look at this directory, you realize it's quite an impressive group of people.